The second half of Heroscape Wave 3 has arrived today. This includes 3 figure packs plus a promo figure. So we've got the Wing Commander Tuck Harrigan and Vorid Glide Strikers on the top left. We've got Queen Maladrix and the Festering Honor Guard in the bottom left. And then we've got the Oathbound Phalanx and the Oathbound Legionnaires in the bottom right. And then up top is our promo, which is Major Q11. So it's a continuation of the Q line of Soulborgs that we've seen before. We've got Q9 and Q10, and so now this is Q11. As always, I got the premium painted versions, and each of these 3 boxes retails for $65 a piece. And then Q11, we don't know the retail price based on the other previous ones, maybe $25, although this one is a little bit thicker, and from what I've seen online, it's a little bit of a bigger model, so maybe that one will be $35 when it comes out on Renegade's shop. So let's go ahead and start in the top left, and then we'll work our way down. So here is Tuck Harrigan. Before we take a look at the figures, let's look at the cards here. Alright, so we've got the Vorid Glide Strikers. They are a squad of 65 points. There are 4 figures in the squad. They have a life of 1, move of 4, range 6, attack 2, and defense 2, so pretty weak attack and defense there. Let's see, they have glider landing, do not start on the battlefield, so sort of like the Airborne Elite. Before revealing an order marker, you may place 1 Glide Striker from this card that has not been destroyed on an empty space. You cannot place that figure adjacent to other figures. Okay, so they can drop in and get good position, so you can easily get them height. We've got Evasive 1, increase their defense by 1 when defending against a non-adjacent figure, so again, you can buff their defense that way. So it seems pretty fun. I like that they've got that kind of unique aspect to them starting off the board. So then we've got Tuck Harrigan, Glide in 13. He also does not start on the battlefield. He has not been placed. Before revealing a number or order marker, roll a 20-sided die. If you roll 13 or higher, place him on empty space. You cannot place him adjacent to other figures. What's interesting here is it says you can't place him adjacent to any other figures, even your own. Then you may move any or all of unrevealed order markers to this army card. Okay, so you can kind of get him into the game and get him moving really quick there. Interesting. So he also has Evasive 1. He has 60 points, so pretty cheap for a hero. 4 life, 5 move, 6 range, 3 attack, 2 defense. Nice. Fun looking units there. So here are the miniatures. Let's take a look at Tuck first. Trying to get the lighting right here. Okay, so there we go. He's pretty small. What is his size here? Yeah, small 3. So he's smaller than the Vorid Glide Strikers, which is kind of interesting. He does look good. His mold is pretty cool. Paint job looks good. Might be hard to see, but even his eyes there are painted in. And there doesn't look like there's any spillover there, so that's better than we've seen in the past. Colors look good on these. I like that they're not as gaudy. That green there is more of like an olive green, not as bright and vivid as other colors we've seen in Age of Annihilation, so I do like that. Obviously with the browns, like for his fur and the dark brown for his coat, I think that looks really good. Here is our Vorid Glide Strikers. So here's one of them. They got these pretty big wings and they're nice and sturdy. So I know that sometimes in the past Heroscape has had pretty flexible wings, but these are really thick wings and they don't deform. None of these figures look really deformed out of the box, which is pretty encouraging. I know that that was something that we've seen a fair amount from other Age of Annihilation figures, having issues with that. So that one looks good. Pretty similar paint scheme on all these guys. Obviously, it makes sense. You'd want to be able to tell them apart on the battlefield as far as identical units. We do have a variety of animals here, so that's cool to see. Like, we've got a fox here. Again, paint jobs do look pretty good. Like, this guy right here, his jumpsuit is a little bit flat, and like all the little buckling around his waist there and like braces down over his thigh aren't painted at all, which is a little disappointing. But I mean, you do have detailing on like his knee pads there. You've got his gun painted, his shoulder pads. But honestly, considering the paint jobs on original Scape, I definitely think that this is still better. And it's going to look fine from a distance, so no real issues there. So that's the Vorid Glide Strikers and Tuck Harrigan. let's take a look at Queen Maladrix. This Queen Maladrix box is way bigger than I was expecting, and way bigger than other ones that we've seen in the same wave for the same price. So like this is the thickness on the Oathbound Legionnaires, and I mean that's the difference there. That's pretty crazy. So let's open it up and see what's inside. That is a big bug. Once again, we'll look at the cards first. So here is the Festering Honor Guard. They are a unique squad. I don't know if I mentioned it, but all the figures that we're looking at today are unique. So we still don't have any commons yet. They were revealed, but they're just not released yet. So this is a 1 life squad, 6 move, 1 range, 2 attack, 3 defense, 60 points, and it is a 5-figure squad. Pretty cool. That actually might be Heroscape's first 5-figure squad. There might be something I'm misremembering, but I'm pretty sure it is. So they have Parasite for the entire game. If one of your Festering Honor Guards is on a unique Hero's Army card at the end of the round, you must roll the 20-sided die for the hero. Hold on, how does that work? If Festering Honor Guard is on a unique Hero's Army card when that hero is destroyed by the special power, or by a normal attack, or leaving engagement attack, place that Festering Honor Guard on a space that hero occupied if possible. So it's sort of like a chest burster taking control after they die. So, Motherless Rage. If Queen Maladrix the Conqueror is in your army, she is destroyed, you may move any unrevealed order markers from her army card to this army card. Festering Honor Guard, add 1 to their attack value if Queen Maladrix is in your army card and is destroyed. Is in your army and is destroyed, sorry. And then Queen Maladrix has Festering Honor Guard bonding. After revealing an order marker on Queen Maladrix, before taking a turn with her, you may first take a turn with your Festering Honor Guard. Double attack and infestation 9. So after taking a turn with Queen Maladrix, you may choose a unique hero adjacent to Queen Maladrix that does not have a Festering Guard on its army card, and roll a 20-sided die. If you roll a 9 or higher, you may place one of your destroyed Festering Honor Guards on that hero's army card. So that's how you get these onto the army cards. I was going to say, when I was reading this, I was like, how do you get them on there? Can you just do that? But no, you've got to roll for it with Queen Maladrix. So life 6, move 6, range 1, attack 4, defense 5 and 160 points, so pretty good stat block for a hero. Makes sense for the high price point, but obviously a lot of that value is going to come from having your bonding squad, as well as using them as parasites to kind of take over. So here's the actual figures. Queen Maladrix is indeed huge. In fact, her card says huge 12, and that does look about that tall. These have, well, she's got this really, again, we see the gaudy colors coming back. We've got this bright blue and this neon lime green color. I'm really not a fan of those two together. That just looks so, I don't know, it just looks noisy. Really crazy sculpt though. And it's a very heavy feeling figure. And one thing that is amazing is look at that. And I definitely think that that's the flatness of this peanut base is because Queen Maladrix has 6 leg points connected to the base, so it doesn't have much ability to warp there. So that's really good. Obviously, these double base figures have really had a lot of issues with warping, so it's good to see that this one probably won't have that issue, just based on the design. So yeah, really cool looking figure. These little, the Festering Honor Guard, they're just blue and this like brown, which is not as bad. Like the green bit here not being on them, I think helps them. They are really small. I mean, obviously you can see that next to Queen Maladrix. Oop, poor guy. Just bring him a little closer here. Yeah, they've got good detailing. Good paint jobs, a little simple, but that's fine. They're really small, so you don't really need much detail on them. Pretty cool. I like it. And we've got more blue bugs, so I really don't know why they chose to do that, especially for the same wave. Like, why are these the same color? I mean, they're both bugs with like a swarm going on here, but we'll take a look at them and kind of compare them to the Festering Honor Guard. Alright, so the Oathbound Legionnaires have the Become 1 ability. At the start of the game, if you have the Oathbound Phalanx in your army, then you may place any or all Oathbound Legionnaires on your Phalanx army card instead of placing them normally. Instead of attacking with an Oathbound Legionnaire, if you control the Oathbound Phalanx and it is adjacent to that Legionnaire, you may place that Oathbound Legionnaire onto the Oathbound Phalanx's army card. So you're basically like building up the ball of bugs using these little offshoot bugs. So they have Disengage, Climb 2, 1 life, 6 moves, so they're pretty fast. Range 1, attack 3, defense 3, so good attack and defense for a 4-man squad at only 50 points, so that's cool. And the Oathbound Phalanx has 3 life, 5 move, 1 range, 3 attack, 3 defense, and is only 80 points. So break the link. Before taking a turn with Oathbound Phalanx, you may place any Oathbound Legionnaire figures you control from this army card onto any empty spaces adjacent to the Oathbound Phalanx. After revealing an order marker on the Oathbound Phalanx and after taking a turn with it, you may take a turn with any Oathbound Legionnaires you control. So let's see, 1 fall of the Swarm survives. When the Oathbound Phalanx would receive 1 or more wounds, you may remove an Oathbound Legionnaire figure from this army card and destroy it. If you do, all wounds received from the Oathbound... Oh, ignore all wounds. That makes sense. All is 1 special attack. You may attack once for each Oathbound Legionnaire figure on this army card. When attacking a small or medium figure with all is 1 special attack, if you roll skull on every die, the defending figure cannot roll any defense dice and is destroyed immediately. Here's our bug ball. And the ball itself is a really wild mold. I mean, it does look pretty cool from the back. Comparing it to Queen Maladrix, I mean, you can see that those shades of blue are almost identical. This one's minorly darker, but these feel like they're part of the same squad, so I'm a little confused still why they chose the exact same colors for that. Like, that's going to be an easy thing to get confused. The ball itself, pretty simple paint job. It looks like it's a base brown here with just the blue and then the teeth painted on. So not the most impressive. Also, pretty frustratingly, there's a lot of base warping on these. So we didn't have base warping on our double space figure, but we have pretty significant base warping on our single hex figures. Like that one wobbles a lot. This one's kind of hard to see, but definitely bows up there. So that's a bummer. I do think Renegade said that they are switching to hard plastic for their bases, like the original, which is, I mean, I really hope so, because this is annoying. Again, it's like, it's still playable, and I'll probably be able to flatten these a little bit, but it's like for $65, come on. You know, it's just, even for $45 unpainted, it's just an injection molded bit of plastic. Like, there's no reason for it to be warping like that. So, a little disappointing there. Let's take a look at our last promo, which is Major Q11. So here is Q11. So far, he is the largest promo figure that we've gotten. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what his quality is like. Dang, this guy's pretty cool. Really large figure there. And that metallic silver is quite nice. I mean, it looks great. It's on his, like, his whole centerpiece here, all the way down to his gun there, on the back of his, like, knees here. I mean, really cool. It's on his hammer. And then let's see, he's 160 points, 4 life, 5 move, 1 range, 6 attack, and 6 defense. But he also has a barrage special attack, which has a range special and an attack special. So when using full barrage special attack, Major Q11 may attack up to 3 times. Each attack must target a different figure, must use a different range, and attack value pair from the list below in any order. So you get all 3 of those attacks on different figures, but he can't attack the same figure twice. So however many targets you have, you can use that. So you could do 3 range, 4 attack, 5 range, 3 attack, and 7 range, 2 attack. And he's also got Vidar's hammer. So when he attacks an adjacent figure with a normal attack, you may choose 1 smaller, medium, or large figure. Wow, all the way up to large. That is adjacent to the defending figure. If the defending figure receives any wounds for Major Q11's attack, the chosen figure receives 1 wound. So you can just get an extra wound in there if there's adjacent figures. That's pretty cool. We'll just put him up next to Queen Maladrix there, so you can see, I mean, he's pretty tall. Either way, really good looking figure, great promo. So overall, what do I think of this wave? For $65, I have less complaints, I think, than last time, just because you're getting more product. Like, you get this giant figure plus the 5 little guys for $65. You get 4 large winged creatures plus Tuck Harrigan for $65. You get the big ball of bugs plus the 4 medium-sized ball of bugs for $65. Yeah, it's really not as bad, especially with the peanut base here being better. Obviously, the Oathbound Legionnaires and the Phalanx being warped is pretty disappointing. Hopefully that does get resolved in the future, because, again, like I've been saying in my other videos, it sounds like Renegade is listening. They did mention that they were trying to fix the warping bases, and honestly, that's, I think, my last complaint that I have with the product, other than the price, which is a little bit higher than I'd want, but not crazy. I guess we'll just have to see what things cost in the future. I do know that the commons are pretty crazy price, but we'll see how that goes. So anyways, thanks for watching.